never forgotten the first lesson Escherun taught me. A fortress wall built on the backs of slaves is easily toppled, he said. The strongest walls are those we build for ourselves. The fall of the Covenant would eventually prove him right. A fortress built on falsehood and fear did not stand. The brutes were once proud, reaching for the stars on our own strength alone. Extending beyond Doisek skies, we made its moons our own, and stood at the precipice of unbridled expansion. But we were our own greatest enemy. So much untapped potential, wasted on constant civil war. Concerned more with tribes than with triumph. Our suffering had only just begun. We brutes once stood on our own, but our proud heritage would soon give way to subjugation. With no direction of our own, and no appreciation of our past, we made ourselves weak. Empty vessels, ready to be filled with a prophet's promises. For decades we served, we died, enslaved as much by pride as by providence. For years I watched as they sent us to die for the glory of others. Victory after hollow victory, secured with our blood, in service of an empire that was never our own. The Covenant called it loyalty, but I knew what it was. A forfeiture of our own destiny. And when I'd had enough of the Covenant's game, they sentenced me to death. I was declared guilty of treason. An affront to the Prophet's pride and power. To defy our masters was to be branded a traitor. I stood and I roared, so be it. But they could not stop me. Could not stop us. A verdict was indeed handed down that day. But I was now the judge and jury. We saw through the Covenant's most egregious lie, their great journey, and rose above it. We were pawns no longer. We were banished. We do not seek to rule or enslave, but to survive, to thrive, to endure. None are coerced into serving the banished. None are conscripted, and all are welcome. Even humanity, with their soft flesh and steel resolve, have a place among us. If they pledge their loyalty, we make common cause with all those once shackled by lies. And with these powerful allies, we will ensure an everlasting freedom. It's time to scrawl a new chapter into the stone for our people. It's time for us to speak and the galaxy to listen. And so we embark on a reclamation all our own. Armed with a just cause, a righteous fury, united by a sacred pursuit of self-determination. This, above all, the Banished are free! There is still much to understand about this galaxy and its history. And I will ensure that our people have their own immortal place in it. For too long, We sacrificed our lives for the glory of others, dying under the yoke of cowards. We would not make the same mistake. Ours would be a stronghold anchored by brotherhood and blood, built for ourselves, for each other. Some will follow, some will fall, but all will see our strength. The apparition has destroyed our home, and therefore we must claim another. This ring. It has been home to banished souls before, and so to banished souls it will belong once more. We must find our way again, and we will find it together. We will stride forward, unshackled, unbroken, unyielding. Never again will we mourn so great a loss. Our place is here. Our time is now.